This is called Meeting with a Mollusk. It's from the Kids album. One day I went a-walking down a winding, windy trail to meet a man that claimed to have been turned into a snail. Walking idly, wondered I, who went and changed that man? And shocked was I to find this snail was actually a fan. He'd bought my book, he'd bought some prints, he even had a painting. And when we got to shaking hands, he quickly took to fainting. So starstruck was the man turned snail that upon my arrival, he requested that I sign his book and begged for a recital. I felt quite bland at reading to him in my standard cadence, and whilst deciding what to read, he showed excellent patience. I decided on a couple that had often done quite well, and as I read it became clear he was under my spell. My plot, it seems, is evident, though perchance I'll spell it out, though please disregard the deviance with which I set about. You see, the man termed snail is one that I had planned to scout. Some folks like chicken, some folks like trout, some folks like salmon roe, but my guilty pleasure is and always will be escargot. I set upon this sleeping snail with much enthusiasm. I went to work upon his figure, wreaking quite the clasm. I tore and mangled with delight while readying my feast, when I heard stomping footfalls approaching from the east. I peeked behind the curtains and saw to my surprise a wizard stepping nimbly from the brambles for my eyes. It seemed as though that fiend had set out after my prize. I thought it pertinent of me this threat I should apprise. He brushed off the sticks and leaves and buds which clung to his blue robes, as I sought to lock the doors, lest the old wizard come and probe. Before I could secure the house a knock loudly sounded twice, I opened the door and the wizard caught me in his vice. "What have you done with the snail?" his booming voice demanded. I let the door fall open 'cause I knew I was caught red-handed. He took in the carnage of the scene that lay before him and looked for a moment at the one who did these acts so grim. I'd surely like to take this demon on as my apprentice, but I fear that her brutality may very well be endless. Better still, I'll kill her and take this feast as my own. Perhaps I'll even take the snail's house as my brand new home. Whilst the wizard oh so wisely considered all his options, I sneaked behind him, grabbed an axe, and then I quickly offed him. No one interrupts my dinner, this you too should learn, unless the wizard's prize is one you too would like to earn. I set about my feasting, chewing, slowly savoring, and realized with a start that the snail was lacking flavoring. Disgruntled, disappointed, and well and truly vexed, it seemed in his last moments the wizard had cast a hex. One more bite of escargot, I wash it down with sweet red wine, dashing my hopes that the problem with the snail had been the brine. It started sinking in, the wizard had taken my taste. I set about to searching him with urgency and haste. No antidote was in his robes, no spellbook on his person. With this discovery, my anxiety began to worsen. There must be a solution to a taken sense of taste, perhaps a potion, an elixir, or perhaps a paste. I burnt the snail's abode down, hoping to obscure my deeds, and set about my carefree journey, trekking through the weeds. I set back down that winding road, sense of purpose born anew, and realized with a start the thing it is that I must do. Simply find another wizard wandering amongst the people, one whose power of spellcasting would prove to be more feeble. This wizard, should I find him, I'll ensnare him in my verse, and compel him at once to dispel me of this curse. If wizards are in short supply and in searching I'm unlucky, I'll be forced to spend my days finding gourmet yucky. Thank you.